Anybody remember what this number is about? 27,000, very good. Gartner report, right. This puts a little perspective. So the number one system from HPE, we've deployed over 27,000 servers globally to power HPE, to power SAP HANA, okay? And to put that in perspective, you saw this report, Gartner looked across the landscape, not only of system providers, but now also the cloud providers to say, let's see what's happening with the SAP HANA environment. And what this showed, of course, not only is HPE's leadership, but also relative to the various system vendors as well. Quite not only leadership in terms of system deployments, but in all types of deployments. Appliances, TDI, powering BW, powering S4HANA. So we have a lot of experience equipping customers with SAP HANA. But we also have experience as a customer. So you may not know this, we're actually one of SAP's largest customers. Our business runs on SAP software. We've been an SAP customer for many, many years. Also one of the early adopters of SAP HANA. We now have over 50 terabytes in production. In 2014, you'll see here in this chart, we also went through this very exciting transformation. And we moved from this very traditional IT environment to this hybrid cloud model, where we started to move and we looked across our entire SAP ecosystem and looked at what applications belong in the public cloud. Things like Ariba, things like Concur, right? Those type of applications out of the box, no customization. Then we also looked, though, at those applications that are very core to our business, particularly ERP type applications. For those, we wanted to maintain control, but we wanted the virtues of the cloud, so we brought those into a private cloud environment. And we have now a very, very high bar for anything that requires any level of customization. I also should mention, too, that ERP environment now, we're on this very extensive S4HANA deployment. We're one of the first with the S4 Finance deployments. And we're, as you may know, we're one of the largest global supply chains in the world. And so it's quite a transformational change that we're going through right now. That is really changing our business. So let me tell you about the system. It's called HP Superdome Flex. Okay, and it's truly been a breakthrough in terms of what the system provides. It brings technology from SGI. If you know SGI, one of the leaders in high-performance computing, also a leader in the SAP HANA space. I come from SGI. We combine that with technology from HP. If you know our HP Superdome system, powering mission-critical applications, it's just been an ideal marriage and really bringing the best of technology. So imagine a system that you could start literally with 4 sockets, grow to 8, grow to 12, keep going up to 32 sockets, have as little as a terabyte, go up to 24 terabytes of memory. It's just a big Linux box. It's just one system. So it's tremendous scalability in that system, but also flexibility in how it's designed. It really can start small, really map it to your environment today, but know you've got a system that'll equip you for the future. By number one in terms of certified system for scale up, and also for scale out in terms of node size. So it's truly been just a very successful system for HP and for our customers in general. It's also a system too, looking across your mission critical in your database environment. So powering Oracle environments, powering your SQL Server environments. Also for workloads, you're starting to, of course, utilizing in HPC environments, you're equipping those, and also now for AI. So it's a very versatile system. And again, that can be leveraged across your environment. Of course, this system, we're utilizing the latest in Intel Xeon Scalable processor, now 2nd generation, also equipped to support persistent memory, which is also changing the dynamics as well. Some really interesting capabilities. Think about DR, what I can do in terms of repurposing my DR system and leveraging persistent memory that I couldn't do before. So things we can talk about. The other capability about Superdome Flex, which is also very key, and I mentioned this, think about this, we recognize this. This is one of the biggest initiatives within your organization moving to HANA, right? So you want the infrastructure that's going to take care of you today, but also equip you for the future. And that's what the system provides. It's unusual that you have a system you're never going to outgrow, but you don't have to over-provision, right? And that's what that flexibility, that architecture is designed to provide. Now, the other thing about, of course, SAP HANA, it's an in-memory database, right? You're bringing the systems a lot more memory than you utilized before. Literally hundreds of DIMMs in your system. So anybody know what happens if you have DIMM failure on a system? One DIMM, the system will shut down, right? That's what you're trying to guard against. And so things that you're trying to look for, and there's capabilities, say within memory, one of the things that can impact a DIMM are transient errors. So very common. Also anomalies, things like just background radiation or just power surges on the board. You have technology within your memory, ECC, that can protect against bits being flipped. The challenge is what do you have too many bits? It'll overwhelm the system, and that can lead to DIMM failure. What's some of the unique capabilities we bring is being able to overcome multi-bit errors. Right, it's a very unique capability, but also, again, avoids the possibility of DIMM failure. Things like, we also have the ability to take action literally before the OS sees it. We have an analysis engine that's always running in the background. So there's a lot of things we bring in the area of RAS that really provides extreme reliability in addition to scalability and performance of the system. And then finally, too, of course, the capabilities and the virtues of cloud, very interesting, particularly the agility and the economics of cloud. We can deploy a Superdome Flex with cloud economics. We call it HP GreenLake. So think of now having infrastructure as a service, that you always have the capacity there. So if you need it, you can get it on demand, but you're only being essentially charged what you're utilizing, really on a metered basis. So you have the agility and the flexibility and the economics of the cloud, but you maintain control, whether it's in your own data center, or in a colo, or maybe in a managed environment. So that's Superdome Flex. Let me put it all in perspective. I talked about the flexibility of the system, a system that's really designed for small environments to the largest. Here's a great example. One of the largest oil companies in the world, an SAP customer for over 15 years, also running on SAP. Interesting, mixed workload environment. So they're running, of course, a variety, 10 different ERP applications running on their database environment, but they're also running invoices off that same databases, and they're also running reports. So what's happening is that system, the whole system now starts to become overloaded. So your transactional environment's starting to slow. The reporting starting to slow. Invoices are not going out as quickly as possible. So they moved to SAP HANA. And what they did is they also leveraged Superdome Flex. And they have over 40 systems in their environment. Systems that are literally as small as 4 sockets with just under a terabyte of memory, up to systems with up to 18 terabytes of memory. And they're utilizing it in production and HA and test and Q&A. It's a very versatile system. But ultimately what they're able to do now with running at HANA is with that memory capability, they can now run the reports and invoices in memory, and it's not impacting their transaction environment. So everything improved. So their transaction speeds are up, they're putting out more invoices, and reports that used to take 5 hours now take 10, 20, 30 minutes at the most. So it's proven to be very successful. It's a suite on HANA environment, but they have an environment now that they're starting to think about S4 because they know they have the performance and capability to get there. So a great example. So with that, I should mention too, Superdome Flex, it's part of a very comprehensive and very versatile infrastructure portfolio from HPE that'll address small, say, such as your SMB and your test environments. You heard about our SimpliVity offering and HCI environment. We also have, of course, the storage for TDI deployments, but you have the flexibility of leveraging your existing storage and networking sources as well.